I am here with Anthony and Monica for our Corinthians and Community series. And question number one, what have you learned in the last number of months?
I've learned that my faith community, St. Tim's, is definitely more than a physical thing. Because I've had cystic fibrosis, I have cystic fibrosis, and over the last several years, I haven't been attending service in person, physically, in the sanctuary because of the risk of infection and such, and I've always been wearing a mask. So, I mean, all those things, all those changes, I'm extremely experienced with. So for me, what I've learned is that community is more than just a physical, in-person experience, and certainly worship as well. And I've really learned the joy of participating in the Zoom meetings, the book studies, and listening to the worship here and worshiping with Anthony here at home, and learned that the community is as strong as ever, and certainly I feel closer and I feel more bonded to St. Tim's, my St. Tim's community, and I enjoy watching whatever I kind of can get my hands on, and also participating in a way that I was not able to before. So that's the silver lining, so to speak, with this whole COVID thing.
I've learned that love is more important than work, and that I personally have to have a ritual. And I've struggled with being too, I have to have a box, even if I create it myself. So I have to have get up now, do this, because I got lost without that for a while. And I also learned sitting down and kind of being pouty is okay, but when you stand up, move forward. You know, I have to always continue to move forward. So those three things, I think, those three things.
Thank you. All right, question number two, what has brought you joy over these last number of months?
Gosh, too many to count, of course. But the thing that has really brought me a lot of joy is just, I certainly have a healthier lifestyle. I eat way better. I enjoy having Anthony at home. We share lunch and we share dinner. I mean, we eat together. We have more of we just have a healthier lifestyle. And I really enjoy our walks around our neighborhood with Atticus, our dog, and just being together like that. And of course, what has always brought me joy and still continues to bring me joy is just being aware of and getting to observe all the different creatures and the insects, and just the plants, and just the beauty of nature. And it's just and I enjoy being able to share that with Anthony, so he can get excited about seeing bats, because we saw bats. That's the coolest thing ever. You know, I don't remember ever seeing bats before. And just stuff like that. So those are the things that bring me joy. And just deepening my relationship with God, and just really kind of, I think, living a more contemplative lifestyle, and just enjoying God's glory every day.
Joy just being with Monica, really, and you know the love we have for each other is just extremely. It's been just such a really deepening experience for our relationship. My daughter is a police officer. I think I've told you this story, Pastor, but you know she was called to a house because the woman was tired of her husband, right? And but you know Monica and I, we just really have a good time hanging out all day, and it's going to be hard to return to the kind of 8 to 5, you know, kind of ritual, and you know I don't. I just love being home. You know, we have our kind of independent things that we do because I still work, and you know from here, and but yeah, just primarily just being with Monica and being present, and then just really sinking into the God's presence, you know, and taking time, you know, because it seemed like, it's everything's the same really, you know, like I work and I eat lunch and I, you know, all those things, but it seems like the day is so much longer, and so it's neat to have that extra time to just sit out here and just be quiet with God and see what's up. So I think that was 2 things, but those are the 2 primary things, you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So do you have any words of encouragement for the people of St. Tim's?
I think I mentioned it earlier, but just stand up every once in a while and move forward, and just get up and move, even if it's just to walk through the neighborhood or do something. Focus on God, right? The commandments. Jesus says, you know, love God, love your neighbor. Work both those every day. You know, flex those muscles every day.
It will get easier. I've learned that it has gotten easier for me, you know, the mask wearing, the personal distance and all that. And also, I encourage people to make time to sit and be with God, to notice all the amazing miracles and beauty around us that happen all the time, that do still exist, that are the hope of the world, even in the midst of a pandemic, and amidst so much suffering. There's always God's beauty and God's love. And to just really dive in, really allow yourselves to be just embraced by God, and to pal around with Christ, as I like to say.
Thank you so much for this, and thanks be to God for both of you.